Okay, we're recording. Cool. So, what I'm seeing today is most things look like, like AMD right here. It's been weak and then gapped up. So, that's what we have so far. Is Tesla have earnings today? Is that right? Did I hear that? I think I heard someone say that.
Yeah, I think 4 p.m.
Fun. You know the nice thing about SPY? It never has earnings. You don't have to worry about that. You can just trade it. Something like Tesla today might be a little different.
I think the actual time is 4:10.
Okay. I think it'll misbehave during the trading day today. It may pop and go, or probably pop in different directions all day long without really getting to a trend. That's kind of what I've observed with these sorts of things. Anyways, should make for some entertainment. So I'm going to do the same thing I did yesterday. I really enjoyed that yesterday where I basically sat out the first 5 minutes. Yesterday I was forced to. Today I'm not forced to, but you know what? It makes trading a lot easier. So might as well. So I'm just going to sit and watch the first few minutes and then get into something later. For now, what I see though is AMD looks like breaking out of that consolidation, doing the retest, and it could be a good long if you guys like to get in early. That looks like a setup there. Tesla as well, breaking out now. If it comes down, bounces off, could be an opportunity. There it is. If you like trading in the first few minutes, I see these setups. We still have about 15 minutes to go, so all good. Good to have you back, Raf. You feeling all right?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm happy to be here. I'm sorry I missed yesterday. What did you trade?
I took one trade on the SPY, stopped out, and then re-entered the same thing, and that's it. It worked out. So just one.
Cool.
And yeah, it's quite nice. Sat out the first 5-6 minutes and then got into it a little later. Later means like 15 minutes into the day. It's still not even late, and it works. So quite all right.
By the way, Avi, I've been meaning to ask you, where do you post the recordings?
They are in module 8 of my course on trading terminal. And that's a free module, so that's available to everybody.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool. And also today, guys, we're doing an extra session. So at, let's say about 11, we're going to get into candlestick reading candlestick patterns and how you really read them. So we get into that session a little after the open. And yeah, that'll be fun. A lot of questions about that. So have some extra fun today. Cool. So other than that, guys, we have about 12 minutes to the open. Let me know if there's anything on your minds, anything you'd like to discuss. Or if you have any complaints about this microphone, let me know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Sounds fine.
Yeah.
The thing about the candlesticks, is it here or is it for BBT?
It's here. We're going to do it in our mentorship group.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. I'll put out a different link for that. We'll end this session and start that one.
Okay.
And record it separately. Yeah.
How about running through your watch list quickly, unless it's too early?
Yeah, no problem. Watch list. So, well, let's start with Apple. Just go left to right on my screen. I got Apple. You can see the 8 a.m. candles. It's just sitting in between. Looks like a breakout to the upside later, but for now, there's nothing in it. It's just in between. And I don't like to trade typically inside of the 8 a.m. candle. It's always choppy in there. You can see it's been choppy in the pre-market, so it's likely to be choppy as long as it's in there. So there's Apple, AMD. It made the range, and then it's breaking out for now, so it could be a good bounce and go off the open. So the breakout, then the retest could happen in the first couple of minutes, and off you go. SPY, a lot like Apple, just chopping around inside, so nothing until it gets to a level, then I'll look at it. Tesla, already done a breakout. Again, like AMD, could come down and bounce off the level. That's the retest of the breakout, so potential long opportunity. NVIDIA looks like it's setting up to break out. And so if you like breakouts, you might get that at the open. And that's it. I don't see anything else. I'm not even going to trade the first few minutes. And sit and wait, really. Ideally, I just wait for the SPY to get up here to the top and then let it rip from there, go up, go long. That would be ideal. That's what I did yesterday. It was fun. Took the short down here, I think it was, and got into that. But that's it. That's all I see. Nothing else for now.
Morning, Avi.
Morning. How you doing?
Everything good, Avi? Avi, have you not checked PLTR? I mean, it's a bigger company than AMD. It trades more volume. Doesn't this mean that for the options will be also interesting, good liquidity, or it doesn't necessarily mean that?
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that, but what's important is that, as you're saying, it's bigger, it's heavily in play, it's being traded a lot, there's lots of volume, which typically also means there's gonna be lots of volume in the options. Of course, you can verify that, look at the options volume and go ahead with that. But I'm intentionally not looking at that. I'm going the other way. I'm narrowing down the stuff I'm looking at. Eventually, I just want to look at only the SPY and just be able to trade that. So all this other stuff, PLTR and all these things that are in play, and they probably are going to be in play for the next 12 months or so. I'm really not going to look at that stuff. I'm not going to look to trade it because I'm going in a different direction with my my trading, trying to get bigger with it. So I'm going more towards these indexes.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave, go ahead.
Hey, Avi, good morning.
Morning.
For AMD, I noticed like, okay, it's ATR is it's ATR, or like we can say like movement is like very small versus the PLTR. PLTR giving like much better move than AMD these days, and equally liquid.
Mm-hmm.
That's all rational behind going for the PLTR than AMD.
Okay. Well, that's the thing, right? If that makes sense to you, if those are the criteria you look for, and then you have confidence that it can actually make a good move, then you should look at that and not AMD. Again, the things you look at, you got to trust them, because the truth is you're going to put risk on it, right? When the setup comes, you're going to risk your money on it. And if you don't trust it, if you think the ATR is too small or the volume isn't right or whatever, you're going to struggle after you put the risk on. You're going to mismanage your trade. You're going to hold past your stop. You're going to take partials too early, all that kind of stuff. So again, if you believe that PLTR is good because of the reasons you mentioned, the volume and such things, and the ATR, then by all means stick to that and remove AMD. And that's a very important piece of trading. You've got to have confidence in it. Otherwise, you will struggle with risk management.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. I haven't traded AMD in a while. I think last week, maybe 1 or 2 trades, and I haven't even looked at it. Again, these days, I'm just looking at the SPY more and more, even though other things are setting up, like NVIDIA for potential breakout, but I'm just going towards the SPY more and more, which also involves a lot slower trading, because opportunities are fewer. Let's see. Yeah, the SPY really tanked and double bottom yesterday on a 5-minute chart. Look at that pattern, really nice. Perfect. There's a level down there. So if the SPY does break out, you get the next level up, but you do have this area up here about 523 or so. That's would be a little trouble, and it's right basically in the middle of the range anyway, in wide range. So I'm going to take the long later on. 523 is an area I'm going to keep an eye on to de-risk the position. There goes Tesla. Looks like it wants to run. See that breakout and just holding above that, turning that was what was resistance, turned into support so far. And that's very convincing. That's the level you can trust. So,
Earnings day.
yeah, earnings. So it could be messy, but I think it's going to be volatile. So if you can read momentum and trade volatility, go ahead. It's not something I'm really interested in. I'm going to sit out anyways the first few minutes while it gets people all chopped up.
I'm gonna wait for the top and then short.
You're always shorting every day. Just blindly short Tesla every day. I love it. Oh man. Let's see what these earnings things say. It'd be funny. Like they're losing money, they can't deliver their cars and whatever, but Elon Musk will come and say, now we got AI robots driving cars or some shit or the other, and the stock's gonna pop up. Something like that.
Even I think even if it pops in the aftermarket, I think the next couple of days it's gonna just keep going down.
Yeah, possibly. I think so too. I mean, fundamentally, makes sense.
Yeah, there's not much that they can say or he can say that is going to pop this thing up. Because like I think he's pretty late, and he missed the opportunity on like robot taxi and robots and all that stuff. So, and the damage has been done, you know.
Makes sense. He could be late to the game. Yeah, I get that. Let's see what he does. It's always good to watch. Always fun to watch. You don't have to participate. You just watch it for fun. Apple's getting interesting here. Look at that. It's hitting itself on the level there. The more often a stock hits the level, the more likely it is to break out. So that looks like a good breakout, getting ready to go at the open on a 30-minute. On a 1 minute, I'd like to see a consolidation down here before the breakout. Or I can just wait for it to break out and then catch the retest.
NVIDIA as well.
Yeah, NVIDIA is the same pattern, same thing. 30-minute pushing, and then 1 minute. 1 minute looks a little better than Apple. Consolidate down here and then popped right at the open. Last week I would have entered longs right here at the open in the first minute, but I'm just not inclined to do that anymore. I'd rather go a little later in the day. Later means like 10 minutes into the day, and be able to put on a bigger size and not be too worried about the spreads and opening volatility. So let these things pop and go, pull back and bounce 10 minutes later, and that's when I'll get the entries. There it goes. There's the breakout on NVIDIA. Looks good. So if you guys want a trade, here it comes. At the open, it comes down and bounces. Off you go. Apple's identical. Oh, Apple's, wow. Wants to go. Cool. If I was trading the open or the first few minutes, I would look at NVIDIA and Apple. They both look interesting right now. With about a minute and a half to go. SPY is a lot of fun. Call options today. That's the left side. $5.20 would be out of the money. Oh, we'll see. Cool. See that NVIDIA breakout, come down to the retest. The market opens in about 45 seconds. It bounces off of there. There's an opportunity, but again, it's moved so fast, you gotta be careful with your risk management at the open. And that's that fractal pattern stuff. AMD's gone the other way. False breakout. Oh man. All right, guys. Market opens in about 15 seconds. Make sure you wait for your setups. Don't go chasing it. Remember, the market is a gold mine for opportunities all day and even tomorrow. So, take it easy. Try and have some fun with it. There we go. Let's pay attention to NVIDIA. There it goes. Comes down. See that? Oof. Let's see if it finds a buyer and it wants to bounce up. Apple, actually more interesting, pushing up and up. You can keep an eye on Apple here. I'll put it on the screen. There's Apple here on the left one. You can see that broke out. Now push down and bounce off could be interesting. NVIDIA just went straight back in, so it turned into a false breakout so far. Tesla's just a mess. Looks a lot like NVIDIA right now. All right. Still gotta wake up and become alert. Again, guys, if you look at the NVIDIA chart, you see the red line moving and the candlestick not exactly keeping up with it. That's what I don't like. When I see that stabilizing, then I can actually put some real risk on. You don't want this red line jumping around too much. There you go. Apple getting close to a target already, so it didn't really give you the retest. Might still happen later. Tesla now in ORB perhaps going up, but very scary. Careful with Tesla. It could just go anywhere. Ooh, it popped up. Who's looking at Tesla? See that it popped right above the top of the first candle a moment ago. And but scary. I mean, I wouldn't trust this. Very hard to trust it. Apple hit the level. Boom, straight up. Pretty cool. And now, if Tesla bounces off this 231.50 area, that would be an interesting kind of entry. So if it comes down a little further than it already did. Because 231.50 is really where it broke out from. If you're looking at ORBs, right about here. So your entry could be even here at 232 or so to stop a little below and catch that. If you like ORBs, you do that, but it's all scalping. You gotta really watch the momentum. And there you go.
Everything is too choppy.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a real mess. And again, I don't think this is unusual activity. This is just the open. It's normal. And it's so much easier when you don't interact with it and just watch it and laugh. And then stabilize, and then you can enter. Look at Apple, straight to the target. Rejecting from there. Oh, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, a little 1 minute ABCD pattern happening on Tesla. The pattern is actually decent and looks like it's stabilizing a bit. Again, all scalping stuff. There it goes. I got that entry a moment ago, up towards 234. Tesla turned out to behave well after the first minute so far. Much AMD for a breakdown, eh? It's gonna go short right there. Boom, low of day. Just had a breakout. Off you go. Who wants that? And what you can see here is AMD had this range, false breakout, which leads to a breakout on the other side. So you can anticipate that. So there it is. Right now, it would have stopped out if you're scalping that. Let's see if it gives you that entry again. There it is, AMD. SPY is getting close to an area where I'd be interested, but not quite there yet. Let's see. We've had about almost 5 minutes. Price action is more stable now than it was in the first 2 minutes. You can see the difference. Still not ideal, but no, it's good.
Dang, look at Microsoft.
And what's going on there? I haven't looked at it. Microsoft. Oh, yeah, it's weak. Somebody catch that. Microsoft. Oh, wait, it's inside. Where's the 8 a.m. candle? Right there. So it broke down. Maybe it's going to break down and go short. These are old levels. I'll get rid of them. I don't even use them. There it is. There you go. Microsoft super weak for now. Oh, and here's where I tell you guys I don't like to trade. You see NVIDIA choppy in this range and then false breakout. I think it's shorted at that level. I don't like to because it's hard to manage the trade. Now, it would have worked if you took the short off the level. But look at this. It just keeps throwing in wicks against you. And it's just hard to manage. Just forget about it.
Has it been only 5 minutes? Jesus.
Yeah, just
It was
fine.
like 15.
Yep. Yeah, the market is intense, especially if you're interacting with the market in the first 5 minutes. It'll just mess with you. I'd rather wait for it. Wait for these candles to become smaller. See on NVIDIA, these candles are nice and small here, and then suddenly they're huge. Let these huge candles stabilize. And you can actually enter on one of these small candles, put risk right on the other side of the candle, which allows for a big size, and then let it run. And I found trading to be more profitable when I do it that way. So just waiting for that, ideally. Let's look at Tesla now. Pushed up. Here comes a retest. That breakout happened. There's a retest. Off it goes again. So you guys like this? Still hard to manage the risk. I mean, I can't trust this retest within like 5 seconds. It just bounces off the level, you know? Need more conviction to put risk on it.
Tesla might not be a good trade today.
Yeah, it's
I would
gonna
just stay away.
exactly. It's gonna pop in multiple directions every 10 minutes. But there goes AMD. It's very interesting. I like the look of it for a breakdown. It's the kind of trade I would take. But it's, again, not ideal because it's got wicks on both sides here. This consolidation that's happening, you got this wick down here, and you got wicks on the upper side. It's okay. It's not ideal. It's okay. Tesla. Naked trading, now you'd wait for a new 1 minute high and enter Tesla up here, 232.50, but then you're in the middle of the range. What's the point? So forget about that. Still gonna wait. SPY hasn't really gone anywhere yet. Yeah, just messy. Wait for it to get out of its messy range. So that'd be the entry right now on Tesla if you're trading, but you don't have RVR because the stop has to be down here. You only get 1-to-1 if you really manage it well. It's just not worth it. Look at the SPY here. You have it's just chopping around here. I'm waiting for it to get to this level and I look at a breakout. Also, you can see on these candlesticks, it's been choppy. So it's going to continue to be choppy as long as it's in this range. So wait for a good little breakout. I'd wait for this 521, then we go. Let's see, there comes an ORB maybe? Nope. SPY is trickier to read. We have Apple, nothing going on with Apple, nothing with AMD. Yeah, there's nothing going on. Like, there's nothing on my screens that makes sense, that is worth trading. I don't even really see setups that maybe I would have taken. Maybe Tesla if I was being aggressive like I was recently, but I don't want to trade this stuff. I'd rather wait for it. Avoid the opening nonsense.
Why was the breakout?
Yeah. Well, this is just an ORB kind of breakout. It's not really that 30-minute breakout that I'm looking for. That might take a while. I have to wait half an hour today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's really no setup. There's nothing. AMD's been teasing, but you can see how choppy it is down there. One of those slower days, huh? What's interesting on AMD is you have this lower high. You have the high there. Well, where does it go? Yeah, push down, pushed up. These are getting lower. This is lower than the top. It hasn't even got back to its opening price yet, so that's an interesting point. But let's see, it's still not ripe for a breakout, I think. It's still messy. All right, there we go. Now we can start thinking about the SPY. Oh, I did check. Is there news coming out today? Does anyone know? I should have looked at that. So SPY can take 521 contracts if I'm going long. What is this? There we go, 521. I gotta look at the new stuff. All right, this is tricky now. So on a 30-minute chart, this is a breakout area. It's set up well on a 30-minute. On 1 minute, it's not ideal. Really gotta observe it. This should push down. It's already retested the top of the opening range, which is right there. Actually, the entry here would be good. Right about where it is now, 540. What was it, 520.4? Anticipating the breakout. But I don't like to do those. I like to really get the breakout and the retest rather than the pre-breakout entries. So a little more patience on it. It's worth waiting for. 521, which is just barely in the money. I'll go with that today. Or just barely out of the money, sorry. Okay, where are we going? Let's see a new high on this. There we go. Okay, now I'm in the SPY. Let's get into this game. There we go, scaled in. Got some size on. It's about as much size as I want to put on for now. Ideally, you can put on a bit more if this breakout is genuine and not a false breakout. Shit, Tesla pushing up as well. Look at that. I'm waiting for an opportunity to add, which will probably not be on this candle. 21 going through the money. What does it look like here? 30-minute, yeah, the breakout's good. So 523 is a troublesome area on the SPY as it goes up. Got to keep a close eye on it there. The target is 526. So halfway to the target is where I think there's trouble. Well, let's see. All right, here's a retest ideally. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Retesting. There it is. Ooh, I like it. That's a new high. There it is. There it is. Scaling in further. Okay, now that's pretty heavy. Don't want to add more on this. It's about as heavy as I want to trade. And now let's see if it wants to go. Made a new high. That's a good sign. Ooh, Tesla, watch that breakout, guys. There it goes, 234. Whoa. That's actually behaving well now. If you guys like breakouts, Tesla is interesting. It's not on a 30-minute, but it's interesting on a 1 minute. All right, SPY, looking good. I like the fact that it's holding up there above the level, above the 8 AM area. Pushed up, new high, and holding there. Let's see. Don't want it to sit there for too long, obviously. Nvidia's a mess. Apple's all right. Tesla's interesting, guys. I mean, again, Tesla, you don't expect to. Today, you scalp it. You don't expect it to really get into a trend. It's unlikely. There we go, SPY, new high, just barely. There it is. Okay, there you go. Highs are coming in. That's a good sign. All right, let's roll. Should put a stop in place. Sit up there, about 245. Find a way to tighten the stop as it goes. All right. 523, and today I don't have to be as sensitive as I was yesterday to de-risking because yesterday I went severely out of the money with the contracts. This one is already in the money. See, 521, I entered basically at the money. So being able to hold the full size or the majority of it for the entire move is easier. There goes Tesla breakout. Nvidia looks ready to go. I'd be careful with Tesla though, but NVIDIA is interesting, guys. Take a look at that. See that? Opening price and pushing above. This could be very interesting on NVIDIA. If it breaks up here, that's a breakout. That's a good ORB, 15-minute ORB, whatever, just an ORB. It's good. All right, SPY on the move. Let's get moving. 522. Gotta be a little careful with it. Can't just blindly leave it alone. Stop is still in the right place. Can't really do anything with it. It's always nice when things move fast, but it is also dangerous when it moves fast because it's extended. It could easily pull back. These large 1-minute candles always make me nervous. Let's see, maybe it's time to de-risk a little. I do have a lot of contracts. Let's bring it down a bit. Take some down to 600, which is already huge. Break even is not good enough. I need it to be. Stop is still in the same place. Locked in some profits. Well, it's not even profit. This is de-risking because you see this candle, it got extended. So it's likely to pull back. That's why I took it down from 800 contracts to 600 now. And let it do its pullback, which would be healthy because then the remaining move will be more sustainable. But 523, I'm over there, I'll really de-risk as in bring it down to like 200 or something and then let the rest run. So that's just another dollar from here. Oof, NVIDIA pop. Gosh, you guys, who caught NVIDIA? Look at that thing. Ooh.
I caught it.
Nice. It's a ripper, man. It's a ripper. Go get that. Go get that. Let it run. Smash that thing. Should have caught that too, huh? It's going up for 100. The next level I have is 100. Very good. There you go, SPY. Pull back and then go. These big candles are always tricky. Always a good place to de-risk. I'm also zero DTE options, so again, with that, I am sensitive to it, to de-risking. But I'm being a little more conservative today than yesterday, as in just going at the money rather than out of the money. Anyways, that's that. What else is going on here? Look at that, a bunch of you are in NVIDIA. Nice. Good job. Oh, so where would the SPY bounce from if it's going to bounce? You would think of where was previous resistance. You would kind of think of this candle and bounce off of 521 or bounce off the level itself. It did the breakout and get a retest. My stop is below the level. I got to make sure it stays below the level. These options don't always copy the underlying price. Basically, my stop is down here, 520.5, down here. If it comes down there, I'll hit the button. Excuse me.
The SPY is now at the close of, or the high of yesterday, I think. Is it a reliable bounce area or not really?
Well, I'm looking at the breakout. See, this breakout just happened now. This consolidation and a breakout. So I'm looking at that. Now, this area was yesterday's pre-market, was a lot of resistance. This 522 area. No, I can't even see it properly. You put a level there. 523-ish. Let's be a little more conservative there. Going with that opening price there. 522.77. That's where I'm really going to take the risk off. And I want to be at no risk at that point because that from there could easily just reverse. I don't know. So at that point, I want to be at break even. I'll take off a majority of the position and go to break even. So that's it. Which is not far away. There it is. Just gotta consolidate here and go. Again, every time, remember guys, anytime you get the big strong move, nothing ever goes up in a straight line. So you expect a pullback, and I expected the pullback. That's why I de-risked it up here. And it could turn into a reversal. I don't know.
Would you now get out at break even if it returns completely, or?
No. My stop is down here because it's very realistic that it could come down and bounce off right? It did a breakout. It could do a retest of the breakout on a bigger scale. So let it, give yourself an opportunity. If you just keep going to break even so quickly every time, you're never going to make money. So
Okay.
you gotta keep some risk on, no risk, no reward, that. Keep some risk on.
Thanks.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. If it starts putting in reversal patterns up here, I'll de-risk it even further up in this 522 zone. For now, it's just pulling back. There it is. That's that pullback. Again, pullbacks are healthy. That makes it a sustainable move going up. Find new buyers and go. Let's see what's making it move. What's making it move? Apple got to the level and got stuck, huh? Broke out, but really got stuck. NVIDIA is doing the same thing as the SPY. Again, it did the breakout, and here's the retest. Let's look at it real quick. There's that breakout we were talking about a few minutes ago. Here's the retest happening. You can see the wicks coming in place, the buyers down here, around 98.60 or so. Ideally, that works out, and off it goes. And everything just basically goes together. So let's see, SPY, 521. Let's see if it bounces. 521 is where, yeah, there is. You can expect it. Right at the top of that candle, that was resistance right here. So this was resistance, breakout, retest. It could be that, or it could use the bigger perspective level. Again, it's all just this zone. So I want my stop below the zone, which I think is not the right place. I just wanted that 250. Was it 520.5 right down there? Again, with options, it's a little bit of guesswork of where that really is. Gonna watch the underline and hit the button when it goes. So let's see. So it's all in this area. If the buyers don't come in this area here, around the green line, around 521, then I want to be out of it. That's the thinking. And that's the whole thesis of the trade. Tesla's finding those buyers too now. 235. NVIDIA the same. These buyers aren't truly aggressive though. Let's see. Yeah. The buyers are not really stepping in on NVIDIA and Tesla, as far as I can see. Just kind of sitting there, not really stepping up. Oh man, the stop is all wrong. All right, I'm gonna watch it here. 520.5 is where I'll hit the button. Sell button there. Okay. Now let's see if it breaks or bounces. Sell. Okay. Better not have liquidity problems on the exit. Those are the worst. There it comes. Good place to add. Shit, I always add on these normally, but I already de-risked and I've already got a massive size, so there's no point really adding. Let's see. So the stop should be perhaps down here, 235 or so. I would make it like 20.5. Anyways, I'm watching it so I can hit the button. Oh wow, Tesla found buyers. Holy crap, look at that. NVIDIA, everyone loves Tesla today, huh? Shit. I mean, Tesla's bullish, but it's messy. I don't know how to trade that thing. Okay, this is where on the fractal pattern, on the naked trading pattern stuff, you'd add at the new 1 minute high or even enter a new position. I'm not going to, I'm already in a heavy position. Just sit with it and let it run. There it is. That's the new 1 minute high. That's where you get in. I should add. Now I feel like I should have added 10 seconds ago. No, but you gotta be careful. You can get excited trying to put on size, but really it's all risk. You gotta manage the risk. Let's see. Don't even know. It can still not go. It still goes. I don't know. I have no idea what it's gonna do. All I know is that the pattern's good, right? It'll break out and a retest, and off you go. Those buyers coming in now on NVIDIA, maybe. Very interesting. Things are popping right now. Things are getting jumpy right now. Still don't know exactly where to put the stop on the option, so I'm watching it and I'll hit the button when I need to. There you go. Is that another high? No, not yet. It's a lower, higher low, which is good. Again, this is all like micro price action. You don't want to get too caught up in this. The bigger picture is on a 30-minute. It broke out and it's going. So think of it that way. All right, where are these buyers? They're not really there, huh? They're just not stepping up. Well, not as smoothly as normal. Messing around a lot. All right. You guys take a look at Tesla. It's very interesting. I'm not going to switch my screen now because I'm watching this, but it's bullish, but very hard to manage. If you know how to manage that kind of trade on Tesla today, let me know. Because that's wild. That's something I don't want to play with. Put the stop on this. I really want to put a hard stop on the SPY, but I don't know exactly where to put it. As in, I know it's going to be 520.5 on the SPY. That's where I wanted to stop. But where is that on the options chart? You know, that's the guesswork. So again, it's easier to just, if you can watch it, just watch it and hit the button if it hits your stop. That's about it.
Isn't 2.4 will be the stop?
I think it's going to be like 2.3-ish. You see the distance from here to 520.5? Somewhere there. So from this low point, a little distance, that's the low point, a little distance. It's more like, yeah, maybe 2.4. I don't know. Well, now it looks like it's making higher highs, so it's on its way. In this case, I can put the stop in approximately there somewhere and then leave it alone. But once it really gets away from here, let it go, let it break that previous high and get on to the next, what was it? 522.77. That's where I want to de-risk. I want to completely risk off and then let the rest of it just go. And that'll be that. Thing about options, that's 0 DTE options. Time is a thing. So I've been in this trade now for how long? 9:41. What time is it now? 9:58. So what? 15, 18 minutes, whatever it is. It's a little while. Actually, this is interesting. Let's look at this. See the SPY here, pull back, and the bottom is precisely the bottom of those two candles there, which would equate to being right here. But if you look at the option, it actually went below. See that right there? It should have gone to 251, but it got below. That's 0 DTE stuff. All right, there we go. We're on the move. All right, so 2.4 perhaps. That's the potential stop. I think it'll be fine in that area. I can get my eyes off it a little bit, and I think it's still too tight. Should be a little more room, but let's see. If it fails to break this previous high at this point, then it's a matter of getting out of it. Don't really hold for the stop. This really should go at this point. Found new buyers, did the retest, found new buyers, it should run. So up here, I'll take off maybe 400 or 500 contracts, and then I'll let the rest run for 523. Oh, sure, yeah, there's 526 is a real target. So that's way out. It's way, way out there. It's going to take an hour to get there. All right, there it goes. Should have added down there, huh? But the size is already too big.
I took the entry at that point. Were you saying about adding? Yes.
Yeah, nice. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Good way to do it. All right, this is interesting. Let's see if we can truly break. This would be fine because that's when that's what it should do. Also, I don't have a lot of patience. If it sits up here at this 522 zone for another 5 minutes, I'll de-risk it up here. A new high, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. You can see where it is now. See again, options, I'll show you that. See that? It's basically at the high, the previous high, but look at the option, it's not there yet. This is the time decay problem. 0 DTE, you've got to be careful. And if I was out of the money on this, I would have definitely stopped out. There's no way I'd survive this pullback if I went with like 522 contracts or something. I went with 521, so in the money or at the money. Just helps to manage it a little bit. So you can see.
I used to draw a line, for example, if you're.
At your strike.
Yeah, about the strike, and then add the current price on top of that to the end of the day. That would be a good idea, like where the strike, no, where the price will be by the end of the day.
That's a good point. You can do that, yeah. Put your strike price in, and then But that's the thing. I don't really have a great calculation to do that. For me, it's a little more guesswork. I don't have that. There are ways to do that using the Greeks and stuff, expected moves, and all that sort of stuff. That's cool if you can do that. That works nicely. I think I still actively manage the trades too much to do that. All right, here it is. Let's see if it doesn't make a new high. I might really start taking this off. I'll take off half of it, take it down to 300 because this is a mess. Come on, not breaking out yet. Push up a little, bro. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna take it off. I'll take off down to 300. Cut it down in half. Okay, and that's the break even. Still not going to break even. This is all de-risking. I'm still putting it below the retest area. Well, actually, you know what? It's a good point to put at break even because if it fails to break out, it's just going to chop around and mess around. And then being in 0 DTE, I can't afford to do that. So, all right, I've de-risked it because I don't know. This resistance zone sucks. There will be an opportunity to add if it breaks out, retest up in this area. But for now, I'm just de-risked it. 260. I just give it a little bit of space. All right, let it be. Now it's at no risk. So anything from here is, well, nothing to lose. And just money to be made. Yeah, but up here at 522.77, I'll take off another probably 200 contracts and leave the last 100 to just run for 526. What a shame, huh? This thing doesn't want to go. It's not even making a new high, and for me, that's a big indicator. That high over there, if it doesn't make a new high, that's a problem. Now let's see if it goes. It would be good. So far, it's all risk management. I know it looks like profit, but really it's all just taking risk off the table rather than taking profits. Because this stuff can easily destroy you. Look at Apple breaking out. Oh, finally up. Can you look at that? See that on Apple? Again, on a 30-minute, I wouldn't enter here. Just, you're catching it, you're chasing it on a 30-minute chart. Over here is the breakout, happened in the pre-market, and off it goes. Now the price action is pretty good. See with these big candles, difficult to manage risk. Now the candles are smaller. You can really pick your entry, put your stop nice and tight, and get on the move. This is the fun about avoiding those first 5 minutes. This read it yesterday and today, and you know what? It's really a lot less stressful. It's just easier. More 80-20 stuff, right? Easier and more results. Might as well. All right, SPY, there we go. There's a breakout. Damn it, I had to take it off and then you break out. All right, still enough on the table where it's significant. So up here, 522. And after that, I'll find a way to put range orders in and try to gauge where the price is going to go. Oh shit, what's happening here? See that? Yeah, see that for a moment? It jumped around. Let's go 522.77. I'll start taking it off there. It's a real struggle up here on the SPY.
Avi, on the minute you exited 300 contracts, the volume doubled on SPY. Was it you?
Me? No.
No. The minute before, the volume was 84K. The minute after, 70. So the delta is like 80. You exited 300 contracts, right?
Yeah, 300 contracts.
So 30,000 is yours.
He's moving that market, baby.
Oh my God.
Reading it this way. Please let me know if I'm correct.
We're turning into a pump and dump chat room now. Oh my God. You know the trillions of dollars sloshing around here and this little 600, 1,000 contracts, it's just playing with pennies. It's just pennies. It's nothing. It's a joke.
Look at it after that and let me know. Just I'm really laughing for the last 2 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's pretty cool. If I could claim I'm moving the damn market now, you know. Take that to the White House, Trump and Elon and all these guys. It's pretty good divide moving the market. That's great. I love it. All right. We're in that zone now where I'm really going to take it off. Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. This trade's done. It's not done. It hasn't really gone anywhere, but let's see. Shit, 50. Yeah, this is a troublesome area. Okay. Take it down to 50. Okay, 50 contracts on the table, and if this thing runs for 526, great. Otherwise, okay, that's one and done for the day. There we go. So the stop is, yeah, I got a little room on it. That's good. Yeah, right below that big candle makes sense. A little room. The spreads get nasty on this thing. Cool, that worked. Should have added down here. I made it like 1,000 contracts. That would have been fun. But all right, whatever. Okay, I'm done for the day. Now what y'all want to talk about? Good Tesla. Tesla, man, you guys, I keep telling you about Tesla today. Look at this thing. It's bullish, right? But my goodness, can you manage that? And here's a little trick that I have. Let's say you entered here for the breakout, you survived the pullback, the retest, or you entered the retest, your stop's down here. You don't touch it in between as it messes around. You just take profits at your target. Then you don't touch it in between, and you take profits at your target. That's the best way to manage these trades. Don't manage them. Just leave them alone. Just let them rip, you know. Then you'll be okay.
Entered at 945. Took the profits at the next level. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes. That's true.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's it. If you overmanage this stuff, then you get really screwed up. And this is the problem I have with scalping. Unless you really can read this in extreme detail, like micro price action, then all right, you can find a way to profit from it. But man, I think that's way too much work. I mean, I've done that, and I just don't like it. It's just excessive work. Might as well put it on and leave it and do something else. You know, put on 3 trades in that case. You can put on 3 at a time, and you don't have to worry about it because you're not managing anything. Makes it much easier. Just go level to level, and anything in between is none of your business. And you would make money on this on Tesla today. You really would, as difficult as it is. And I'm sure a lot of people got chopped up on Tesla. A lot of people are excited about Tesla, overexcited probably, and jumping in too early and making a mess of it. All that's happening. All of that stuff.
Morning, Avi.
Good morning. How you doing?
Thank you.
I wake up.
I have a question about your trade.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Can't see. What's your question?
Well, you got in and then you had like around 35,000 up and then it went back to your entry zone, and you almost like lost most of the whatever gains you have, but you just stayed like however it is, and you didn't take any profits, or like you didn't get out, or what did you do it like? That is actually your entry point.
Well, don't trade the P&L. That's the key point. Don't trade the P&L. The P&L is a joke. It's just a scorecard. I mean, you're playing football. You're watching the scorecard, or you're
Okay,
watching.
don't worry about the P&L then. How about if it's just was going down, and it could have gone more down, right?
Yeah, it could still go down. I don't know. It could go anywhere.
But you just hold on to your trade until it just hit your entry point. Why?
Stick to your trade book. You exit when it hits your stop or your target, or whenever you need to de-risk it. That's it. There's nothing else to it. The P&L is a joke. You don't make decisions based on the P&L. You make decisions based on the price action, based on your strategy. What is your strategy? It says enter here, stop here, target there. That's what you do. You start trading the P&L, I promise you lose money. I promise you, because you're going to turn into a control freak. I'm going to try to control the price action. You're going to try to control your P&L, and the truth is you can't control the market. I mean, who was saying, I think Ziad was saying, well, the volume came in on the spike because I was moving. It doesn't work like that. You got to trade your strategy. Again, think of sports. You know, when you're playing the ball game, you're watching the ball. You're not watching the scorecard. You're looking at the
But the
scorecard. Pay attention here.
pullback is way too like big, right? If you can see the pullback.
It's not a pullback. It's just a retest. Well, yeah, this is a pullback, just a retest. See, what I'm really looking at, the strategy is this is the breakout right here going through the level. This is the retest of the breakout, and off you go. Maybe on another
So
day.
if the retested couldn't hold the place, it could have done.
Yeah, it could have gone. It could have lost. So what? You win some, you lose some. Losing is a part of the business. You can't win every trade. Right? Can't lose every trade either, even if you're just blind trading.
No, I was just wondering what you were thinking about it. This when it pullbacks.
Oh, I'm thinking, can I add more? But then I was thinking too much.
It's almost like 4 to 6 red candle.
Yeah, but I'm watching the candles at levels. That's the key. For me, my trading is all about levels, right? See, it comes to the level, it bounces off. That's the key point. Over there, actually, there's a lot of confidence that it's going to go. Once it does this bounce, this is a test of the previous breakout. And you know, ideally, I should have actually added here, but that would have been enormous risk. I don't have that risk appetite just yet.
So if it broke down below that 521 level, you were just bailing out?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
stop.
yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the stop was here, 520.5. If it basically came down here, it would have just whipped me out or something, and I would have stopped out and I would have re-entered if it went back up. Yeah, definitely. You got to stop out when you need to stop out. And there you go. That's the trouble area, 523, as expected. Now, see, this is also interesting on a micro level. You have a consolidation to a breakout. Ideally, it retests and goes. Let's see. I should take this whole thing off up here, but realistically, my strategy tells me to hold it up here. But we know this area is a lot of trouble. I mean, this thing could easily come back down before it goes again, or just be done for the day and go straight down from here. I don't know. See, this is as expected. The candles are talking to you. See that right there? That's resistance. So what do you expect it's going to be? Resistance until it proves otherwise.
But you're not taking out your position, right? Because you have a stop in mind, or?
Yeah, the stop is here, which is a little better than break even. And I'd like to add up here. If it gives me that bounce, I can add. I can double this position, put the stop right below the price, right below the level here, and then it becomes significant going up for another $3 if it goes. I don't know. I'm not adding risk now. I'm not going to put risk on now. Now I'm at risk free. So even adding here would mean making sure the stop is at break even. So let's see. Let's see what happens. It'd be cool ending up with a nice round number, 50K, but again, that would be trading the P&L, right? That's just against the rules. It's tempting, but it's not smart. Man, this is going to be a messy area for a while, and then these options are, they just disintegrate. Good thing is it's in the money, so it's not too much trouble. But if it sits here for 30 minutes, if the price just sits here at 523 for 30 minutes, The contract will just disintegrate and probably just stop me, even though the price hasn't moved. That's the effect of time decay. 0 DTE time decay is quite severe. Excuse me. What do we have here? There you go. Things are looking sticky right now. Everything moved up. Everything needs to pull back. Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, yeah, everything. AMD didn't go anywhere, huh? Oof, look at this mess. It threatened to break out earlier. Looked half decent, didn't happen, and it just got stuck. Nvidia did the breakout, did the retest, but failed to make a new high, so that's done. Tesla, we've been talking about it, just a big choppy mess going up at a level. Now ready for a real pullback. Apple, yeah, big pullback. This is fun. See this high over here? It's a pretty obvious resistance. What would be healthy is Apple comes down and bounces off of that. What was resistance turns into a breakout, ideally turn it into support, and then it can really go. I think that would be healthy price action. Well, let's see. SPY, same thing. It's pulled back. Where should it bounce off of? That was the obvious resistance area. Same thing earlier. That was a breakout. Right about where it is now. If it fails this, then it could really go down. Let's see if the buyers step up. The buyers were down here. They broke out. They stepped up here. They stepped up here. Let's see if they're done stepping up. What am I missing here in the chat? Sure, you're saying you agree with which statement? Don't trade the P&L. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's right. Good comment, Shori. Thank you very much. Guys, check it out. She's saying, don't trade the P&L. She's lost many times. You have to be a good loser. That's the only way to improve, and that's absolutely right. Truth is, once you enter a trade, you don't know what's going to happen after that. It could stop you out, or it could go in your favor. You have no clue. You don't control shit. So just manage your risk. That's really the only thing you can control. Everything else, just leave it. Leave it alone. So if you lose not too big. If you win, great. Let the winner run as much as you can. Let it run. De-risk and then let it run. It's like this is de-risked, and then let these 50 contracts run if it wants to run.
Avi, you used to recycle your shares, your options, your contracts. For example, in SPY, wouldn't be, for example, to the risk after the big white candle at 9:46, around 9:45. That comes like a harami, no pattern.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be maybe to close the position and wait your plan that was you were very sure that the retest is what we're going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Take
Yeah.
again another position. You will have done around. I mean, you don't have to trade the P&L, but you have optimized the situation. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Why I didn't add in this area, and I was really tempted to at the time, was because really when I de-risked up here, I didn't de-risk a lot. It's very little. I still had a massive amount of risk on the table. It was huge. Then adding in, you're just putting a lot more risk back on. When I'm recycling, I don't want to add more risk. I'll be happy to recycle and tighten the stop. And I really couldn't tighten the stop. The stop was maybe here when I entered the trade and was still basically about here. Barely moved. I wasn't in a position to recycle. As in, if I can tighten the stop, that's when I can recycle. As in, so you're putting on a bigger size without putting on bigger risk. That's what I like to do. Here's actually a good point to recycle. I might do this. Yeah, this is good. All right, so I've added 25 contracts. Put the new break even. There it is. So it's right below the price action. It's very tight now. Now it's 522. See, this is recycled, just a few, not a whole lot, just I added 25 contracts. Ideally, if it goes, I can recycle more. We see the stop. This is the break even. It was down here. It was like, was it 63? I think 263. I could tighten it up here. And it's still in the right place, which is right below the most recent buyer. So it makes perfect sense. And you have bullish activity, bullish candle, new 1 minute high should be the entry. I entered about 30 seconds late. But again, no risk. I'm not adding risk. I'm adding size, but not adding risk. That's the way. That's the way you recycle. Otherwise, you just keep adding risk, and next thing you know, it stops out, and you didn't even realize. How do you blow up half your account on one trade? You're not paying attention to how many dollars are at risk, and you got to stick to your risk profile, as in how many dollars can you afford to risk. Don't risk more than that on a single trade. I think that's very, very, very important. Keep an eye on that always. That's why fixed risk hotkeys are very powerful. We have those in DOS. I've not used them with options, but in equities, they're there. I used them for many years. It really kept things in order. And also, Thor has created, he did this a few years ago, the free roll hotkeys, which is a way of adding into a position or even recycling without adding risk. But basically, the hotkey just calculates how many shares you should take once you know your new stop loss needs to be in this place or your break even has to be in this place. So those are very powerful hotkeys. The free roll and the fixed risk hotkeys. Those are incredibly powerful. I recommend look into those and manage your trades. It helps a lot, man. It helps tremendously.
Nice, Avi. Thank you.
Sure. I should move it just a little because of the spreads. I don't want to get eaten up on this thing. There you go. It's not ideal. It's tighter than I like. It's basically at the bottom of the candle. I want a little room, but just for the spreads on these options, if it comes down, I don't want to mess with the spreads. But this is good price action. See the lows getting higher, and these bullish candles. This is a good place to add. Comes down, then puts in one serious bullish candle, new 1 minute high. That's the entry. Someone like Paris would find a way to add down here. I don't know how he does that. We'll tape reading, but my ad is ideally up here with the new stop right below there, like 522, and then let the rest run. Now the target is 526. Let's see if it goes. Yeah, it's up there. It's gonna get really choppy in this area. This was all previous. You can see up here, 525 area. And then next level up. Cool. Let it run. Let it run. All right. Oh, look at that. Missed the whole sunset. Busy day trading. The summers are nice, get lots of daylight. Lots of hot sun, but lots of daylight. Let's see. Again, SPY is so what it did earlier when it made this high and then it got back to it and messed around. Consolidation breakout. Could be doing the same thing here. Got that high. It's getting back to it. Let's see if it does the same thing, or it just puts in a double top and it goes down. For now, actually the tops are identical, so it's not a double top that I would trade short, but it could end up a consolidation. I'm just looking for it to do the same thing it did earlier and then rip. But let's see. Don't know. So guys, at 11, which is about 35 minutes from now, we'll start the candlestick session. So I'll end this call. I'll put a new link out there, and we'll get into that. Between now and then, I got nothing on my mind but just watching this trade.
So will you move your stop loss now or no?
I did. There it is. It's better than break even. See, the break even is 288, 289. It's at 293. It's right there. It's right below this candle. It's at the bottom of this candle, basically.
So you're gonna be like the stop loss would be just like here, or will you just put it up, little up, or no? Just
No,
trying to learn, because sometimes I chase it and put the stop loss up, and it stop me out and then go back again. So that's why I wanted to know where should I put like the stop loss that it doesn't stop me out and go back again, or still I have some profit.
Watch the price action. You see down here, the buyers were down here, so you want to stop below that. Then over here, see it pushed up, it came down and went back up again. You can see that the buyers were down here, right at this bottom of this candle. So you just want to go with the big buyers. If those buyers get overwhelmed, you want to not be in this. In this case, the buyers are here. So you want it below there. Over here, the came down, pushed up, and I know the buyer's down here at the bottom of this candle. That's where I want my stop. So I'm paying attention to the real-time price action. And you can see what's also very interesting is the buyers keep stepping up. All these lows are higher and higher and higher. This is all very positive for the move up, for the push up. So right now, also on the highs, it's made high here. This is a higher high. Let's see if it makes a higher high. So it's really pushing. This is a good consolidation. It hasn't been able to push down at all. It's just very tight, small candles here. This is another ABCD pattern, just like this one. Just happening for the breakout high of day break, and off it goes. So again, watch real-time price action, identify where are the buyers, where are the sellers, and the candlesticks are telling you that. It's quite simple. You don't need to look at too many complicated indicators. Just watch the candlesticks, watch the extremes of these candlesticks. Like here's a downtrend or a move down, and then it went the other way. So where are the buyers? Right there. That's where they bought the price, and that's it. They're aggressive. They want to go. Same thing here. Same thing here. That's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm managing these positions. Think of it in those terms, and I think you'll be okay.
Thank you.
Did you always trade on the 1 minute candle, Avi, since you began to trading, or that was an evolution of your system?
Oh man, my system evolved so many times. I even traded pink candles at one point. I changed the colors. Yeah, I started with 1 minute because well, that's what Andrew does, right? So we all tried to copy Andrew up front, and then I've evolved many different things over the years. Excuse me. At one point, I was trading 60-minute candlesticks, just blindly 60-minute, no other candlesticks. That was about 4 years ago, I think, or something. And yeah, kept evolving. I did the 5-minute stuff. You guys saw that a few months ago, gave that a chance, but that really was no fun. And now I do this combination of 30 and 1, which is fractal patterns. Yeah, it's all evolving. You got to keep evolving. That's important. Evolve as a trader, most important thing.
Nice.
There you go. Let's see if these buyers come in at that level. It's almost precise. Again, levels are areas, not precision points. But it's so funny how with these levels that I use, these Fibonacci levels, they just become so precise. Look at those buyers right there. The wicks are in precise places. See, on this particular candle, the wick was near precise. Now let's see. Now it broke through. Let's see what happens. You can see here, right here, the resistance was precise at this level, and then the breakout. Now it's looking like a double top, but not one I would short because the second top is not lower than the first. So it could just get choppy in this area, or it could be a double top and go straight down. I don't know. But as we expected, around here, 523 is a troublesome area. Now, this is the low. I want the buyers to hold above that, not allow a new low. They allow a new low, that's it. The buyers are not in charge anymore. And that's basically my stop as well. A little better than the new low. So let's see.
What do you think of Apple based on 30 minutes short?
Let's see. Apple, all right, here we go. We're getting something. So that big reverse hammer, right? If it closes like this, what do you think, guys? Is it a good reversal short, or is it not a good setup? You guys know this stuff. Come on. All of you in this room know this. Let's see. Little quiz. No one? Everyone's terrified.
I mean,
After a big giant white candle, so no go.
Exactly, yeah. Even though this may turn into a perfect reverse hammer, you don't short it because it's happened right after a giant bullish candle. Otherwise it's perfect. It's got room to the left. Look, it hasn't been here in a while, and it's been in an uptrend. It's putting in that reverse candle. If it makes a new low below, excuse me, below the level there, that's your short. But that giant white candle, that should keep you out of it, definitely.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. All right, so far the lows look like they're here. That's interesting, so that's good. The buyers were here, and ideally they're here again. Man, it's another place to add, but it's not convincing enough yet. What I'm really seeing is the price is kind of compressing in this area. But most importantly, I think the lows are stepping higher. Buyers are stepping up, so there you go. That's the new low, which if I was more aggressive with my trade management, I would bring the stop right down below this level, these candles, and be able to add. I won't add but I might still just move the stop. Let it move a bit, let it get out of this zone, break a new high, then I can move the stop up. Bring it to about 305 or something, right below these candles. But again, you can see this time decay on this. This thing has been chopping in this area, and this contract is chopping as well, but it's not going up as much as the underlying is. It's just how contracts are. Well, 0DT contracts. This cough is still lingering. Really frustrating. So yeah, nothing's on the move right now. I don't see anything that's worth putting risk on. It's that phase of the market. The opening stuff is over, and it's time to get chopped up before things get into a direction again. Raf, you're back at 11. All right, I'll see you there. Darius, you want to look at Tesla? Yeah. Tesla, well, giant candle, hit a level, now it's going down. I don't see anything in it. I don't see where you would short it or do anything with it. I don't see a setup on a 30-minute. It just had that breakout earlier. If you caught that, cool. And that's it. Go to the 1 minute, yeah, just reject to low. If you have patterns on a 1 minute, I still don't see anything. Maybe you could see a big head and shoulders pattern if you like it, but again, this is 1 minute stuff. It's no fun. Oh, it's gonna stop me out now. Where am I to? Yeah, that's right. I can't even move the stop. It's where it needs to be. So that's interesting on the SPY. It's not made a new low, but it's pushing down. Let's see that big red candle. You can see the buyers are truly struggling to make their lows higher and higher at this point. Struggle again at 523, and you could see that before the market opened. You can see exactly how it would be trouble up here. Again, that's fractal pattern stuff, guys. You can see where the trouble is and where it's likely to move smoothly. Man, this is boring, so you can watch this. Just put orders and let it go. Samantha, yeah, I'll record it. Yep, that's for us. Really struggling here at this area. It's just a chop fest. It's becoming harder and harder to say that the buyers are stepping up, and it's just chopping up. It's not a trend anymore. Breakout, retest, got to a target, got messy. That's all it is. Definitely not what is there. That's it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just looking at your montage. What is the buttons right to the right of your break even there?
Oh, these are old. This is to cover positions. Actually, I still keep them because in case I accidentally end up in a short. I think I had that yesterday. This one's to cover 100%. This is to cover 25%. I never short anymore these days, but yeah, that's from before when I used to trade equities, go short and long and stuff. But, yeah,
so you don't use them much?
Nah, hardly. They're just there for an emergency. So yeah, it's nothing there really. Oh man, this thing's just gonna sit here. Let's see if we can put orders in and see what it would look like. So measured move stuff. All we have is this first candle to work with. Work with halfway to up that candle till where? So halfway, let's say at 250, and where it is now is 340, let's say. So 250 to 340, that's 90 cents. So from 340, just add 90 cents. That's basically almost there. So if I put the order, let's say about 450 approximately, that gets close to this 526 area. 540, or 450. I'll put it at 440, just be more conservative. I know it's gonna get choppy up there. And time decay. Maybe just do 430 and leave it alone. I think I'll do that. I'll put a range order and just leave it. Better than watching it. So,
what is time decay?
Time decay. It's the fact that the contract loses value as time goes by. That's all it is.
Why is that?
Because it gets closer to its expiry, and if it's excuse me, if it's not in the money, if it's out of the money at its expiry, then it expires at 0. It's completely worthless.
Oh,
Before
okay.
it expires, it just keeps disintegrating down to 0. Yeah.
Maybe if you don't mind, just an analogy, as we go older, we become weak.
So you're telling me I'm close to my expiry date, huh?
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Oh, you guys.
That's the time to get. You feel like we are becoming the big manager, big director, earning money, but it's actually we are going to 0.
Oh man. Shit, man. I just had a midlife crisis last week. What the hell are you guys talking about time decays? Oh, man. Oh shit, you're funny.
You're too young, so hold tight.
I'm trying to hold tight, man. I'm trying to hold tight. The world is brutal. All this day trading, man, it's killing me. Oh man. All right, guys. So next session, we'll start in about 25 minutes at 11 a.m. I've put this range order in. It's approximately where I think the price will be when it gets to 526, and just leave it. So yeah, time for a little break before I lose my voice. And I'll put a new link out there in our Discord for the next session at 11. Sound good?
Thank you, Avi.
All right, no worries, guys. Take it easy. Take a little break. Get some coffee. Do what you got to do. I'll see you back here in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. See you guys.
Yeah.